Of course, I do, again, agree with what Malaika said, that, when you're in, for instance, a more high-profile profession, obviously we have a greater access to the media. So it is a partnership. I'm adding with what Dr. De Cruz said. It is also the media's responsibility to start promoting a more accurate picture of what is cancer. There is so much misinformation out there. It's just shocking. First of all, and that's, again, one of the reasons that motivated me to talk about it openly, is because, in India, we still have this incredible fear factor around cancer. A lot of people are, first of all, they hear cancer and they think death. And that's not true. Not always and not necessarily. Not with the kind of treatment we have, not with preventative measures. But this requires a real concentrated kind of an awareness program. And we can't do this without the press. I mean, I came here today, I dressed up in a pink sari because it's breast cancer awareness. I put makeup on. And that is in order that, of course, I want that the media should have a good photograph to run the story. The point is to run the story. The point is to change people's perceptions. We're not just sitting here because we're promoting a product or, it's just like any sort of a launch. We're really trying to promote real change here and change in perceptions. And please, especially when it comes to women who are the heart of the family in India, who when they are ill, they always put themselves last. We're talking about rural women versus urban women, but I'm sorry, it's the same. With women, our place in society is often the same. We tend to put ourselves last. We tend to not get ourselves looked after. We tend to put our needs and our health last. And yet we are the ones who often are responsible for running our entire families. So there is a great deal of fear that I've heard from female survivors. They're like, what am I going to do if I'm gone? How are my children going to survive? How's my husband going to survive? These are very, very real issues. So these women need to understand that there's hope, that they shouldn't be targeted if they lose their hair. They shouldn't feel self-conscious if you're going through treatment. They shouldn't have people coming to them literally already thinking that they're going to die. We need to promote a very, very, very positive view, not sugar-coated. Cancer is difficult. But with support, you can get through it. And at least it shouldn't become an uphill battle when you're dealing with financial problems, when you're dealing with people's perceptions. And again, I would appeal to the media. It's you who will be able to help us to change these perceptions. So again, it's a partnership. And I appreciate you asking the question. But also to understand the context of what we're trying to do here. And what we must continue to do. Because, like I said, it is shocking sometimes. The women that you come across who really feel, okay, you know what, I'm ready to die, but what's going to happen to my family? Or who have not gone for a checkup because they put themselves last, where they could have prevented something. Of course, this goes across the board, but we're talking specifically about breast cancer, which is very, very treatable today. And then, of course, there are financial issues. But now people have to educate themselves. That there are places, the Tata Hospital has been doing incredible work for the economically disadvantaged for a long time. So let's band together and start creating a much more positive awareness around cancer. Let's at least show the true nature of cancer. Let's at least start pushing the pendulum to a place where we're really sharing real information with people and not creating sensational headlines and not spreading this dread of this disease where people feel ashamed and they feel that they have to hide after they've been diagnosed. Why? What have you done that's wrong? I don't understand this, and we have to slowly start changing people's perceptions.
Liza, how would you suggest one should keep their hopes alive while battling cancer, especially while going through the difficult process of chemotherapy?
That's a very, very, very personal question. Very personal, so I can only talk about my own experience. But having said that, I drew so much support from people from across the world because I was open about my cancer diagnosis. It did make me very nervous to be very public because I didn't know how people are going to react. And of course, there's many other things to think about, which is, your profession, your career, your friends, your family, and things like that. But hope is available to all of us at any time. And whether it's cancer or whether it's so many of the other difficulties that we go through in life, I think what we have to understand is that life is not a cakewalk. And, some people understand that a little bit sooner in life, some people understand that later, and what you can do is, I believe, all we have within our control is your reaction to the situation. So if you can reframe it, if you can say, look, this is now an opportunity. Cancer, yes, bear with me, cancer can be an opportunity to learn something, to transform yourself. And of course, we have the facilities today where you can educate yourself and get the best treatment for your situation. So you need to become what I call the CEO of your health and your healing. I call myself the CEO of Save Lisa's Ass. That's my personal designation. And we all have the ability to do that. Humor can help. Support, of course, is important. But drawing deep inside, in India, I think the irony is that we have these incredible traditions of turning inside and tapping into our inner resilience, whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation. And, I think it's a little sad that the West has embraced this so wholeheartedly. And in a sense, often in urban India, we've kind of pushed a lot of these things aside that are so incredibly valuable. I know that helped me. So this is a multi-layered question. And but like I said, hope floats. Hope is available to everybody. And it's going to come in different ways. But again, go inside and please speak to some of the women at this conference and see what they've been gone through, because they will probably offer such an incredible insight. They've just been through it. And look at, again, what courage it took even for them to come here. Some of them are still going through treatment, as Devika said. They're going through treatment. And they have left their families, their lives, their treatment to come here and to share their stories. So I would actually appeal to you, please go and interview some of the women. They will probably have some incredible inspirational stories to share.
Malaika, a question for you. Very rarely have you seen Bollywood make a film touching upon an issue like breast cancer. Why is Bollywood shying away?
I don't think Bollywood shying away. I'm sure if there's an opportunity, and I'm sure if there is a platform to address the issue, I'm sure they will. I don't think Bollywood shies away from meaningful cinema anymore. I think it's in today's day and age, it's a director's it's a director's world right now. It's a narrative world out there. So I'm sure if there is something that they think that they can truly give absolute justice to, I'm sure it will. I'm sure in fact, in today's day and age, they're touching so many topics which were probably far more taboo earlier, but they are now. So it's just a matter of time.
So Lisa, my question is to you right here. Your fans have been eagerly waiting for you to come back on Bollywood movies. So are we gonna see you soon on Bollywood platforms and movies also?
Nice try. Nice try to just try and slip that in. I don't think this is actually the right platform. But I will share with you only because I want to again express that, first of all, remember, I'm living with cancer. So I think that all I want to express, and I'll share with you that yes, I've completed 2 films and I'm looking at some other stuff, but I want to express that I'm sharing this information because I'm still living a full life, and it's possible. It's possible to live a very full, meaningful, even more enriching life. Because, so many fab things have happened to me post-cancer. Again, I don't wish it on anyone else, but I met the man of my life. I got married. Who thought that would happen after cancer, there was an idea before when you're damaged goods, right? I met him when I had very, very short hair. So you can never predict what life is going to throw your way. I think you always have to be open-hearted and embrace what is throwing your way. But also I want to say that I hope that, we will see more. I think that Bollywood is going through such a great phase because we are seeing a lot more untraditional topics, which are being addressed right now. But again, we need the audience to support us. We need the audience to support these unique stories and films that we're starting to tell now. So again, it's a two-way street.
My question is to Malaika now.
Think
sorry to go.
okay, that's the last question. Then
Second
everybody
last
has to
question,
go.
please.
One
Second
last
question, please.
Last.
Two questions for Malaika.
No,
one question
one.
to Malaika.
One.
First one is, people are like, it's very difficult to get dates out of Salman Khan. So people are also
Oh,
wanting
no,
to know-
sorry, this is not the
Only two
platform.
questions.
I'm sorry. So I
Important
think we're
question.
actually going to wind this up now. Thank you all very much. The two gorgeous ladies are actually going to be coming.
जी जी नहीं किसी ने मुझे कहा नहीं है I think yeah maybe a little too much mix but it just felt nice to it just felt nice to I mean सब कहते हैं कि